Tennessee this morning, probably about 9 o'clock. It's like 2 o'clock right now. Been hiking for quite a few hours, and it's just been a really nice day so far. A little update, the selfie stick has officially exploded, so I'm not sure how good this video is going to be. And I've got a new one coming to Damascus, so hopefully I can make this one work until then. I'm going to do my best. Hopefully the video is not terrible, but I can see my phone bouncing around right now. A lot of people have asked what I'm filming with. I'm using my iPhone 6S, and I'm editing right on it as well using iMovie. So there you go, now you know. There's a lot of different qualities that you can pick on your iPhone, and I use 1080p at 60 frames per second. You can also do 4K, but I just figured 1080p was good enough, so it's been working so far, and we're gonna keep on using it. So hey guys, well, I got my selfie stick all kind of rigged up here. I got a rubber band on it to hold my phone on, and it's actually working a little bit better than when I originally got it, so that's pretty cool. I just met a guy by the name of Dirtman in a gap, which I will put below. I'm not sure what gap it was, but he was really cool. He was the first person to recognize me off of YouTube, which was neat. And he gave me a Mountain Dew and a honey bun, and he's sitting here. He does trail magic every once in a while, and so it was pretty cool to sit there and talk to him and hear stories about other hikers, and you know, just awesome experience to be getting trail magic kind of early in the morning when I needed some energy. So that was great. Thanks, Dirtman. We really appreciate it, and we're gonna keep on hiking with some new energy. So thanks a lot, and we'll talk to you in a bit. So I just climbed the 6,200 plus foot Roan mountain, and I think I'm headed to Roan High Knob Shelter. It's the highest shelter on the Appalachian Trail, so that should be pretty cool. I'm doing like 17 point something miles today. I was hoping to do 15, but we got some wind and some rain and just some nastiness coming in. So I'm gonna try and make it to the shelter. Just about there now. I think I've done the hard part of the climb. So in case anybody's wondering what the AT is really like, you probably can't tell, but my tent is absolutely soaked and covered in pine needles. And it's crazy windy and rainy and dewy out. Those are my socks that I've been wearing for 3 days that are soaked. So I get to take off these nice dry ones right now and put on these soaked ones. Put on my soaked boots. Try and make it to my food bag, which is also soaked, to put in my nice dry backpack. So that's what the AT is really like. Hey guys, well, last night we slept at the highest shelter on the AT, just over 6,200 feet. It's Roan High Knob Shelter. We had some pretty crazy weather go through. It actually just quit, go figure. I feel like I'm always filming when the weather is perfect, and on the flat parts of the trail, which you can see this is pretty darn flat. But we're going down Roan Mountain, and I can promise you that will not be flat. So we're excited to get down a little lower. Pretty much been living in the clouds for a little while here, and there's some pretty nasty weather that comes with that. So it'll be nice to get down a little lower. We are going to stop by Over Mountain Shelter today, or I think that's what it's called. It's an old barn that somebody made into a shelter, and I've actually seen pictures of it before I came out here. So another cool landmark, cool spot to stop. And then later today we will be officially, for the last time, crossing the North Carolina Tennessee border. So we'll be in Tennessee officially for good at about mile 390 today, and then we've got like 75 miles after that until we hit Virginia. So we're definitely excited about that. Ready to cross some states off the list, so that'll be nice. As far as injuries and body wise, yeah, all that kind of stuff, my muscles are all feeling pretty good. My joints are good for the most part. Having some issues with my right ankle and some big issues with my feet. Pretty much by the end of the day, If I stop to take like a 5-minute break or something like that, it takes me like 20 minutes to be able to get back up to my hiking speed, so that really stinks. My Salomon boots are holding up really well. They've got whatever they've got on them from home on them, and now they've got 375 more miles so far. The boots are holding up great, the insoles are not. So I'm thinking that might be my problem with my feet. So I'm gonna go and probably get some of those super feet, or at least try them on, and maybe try some other stuff too. So, oh, there's a wild turkey. There's a turkey right there. Pretty cool. It's turkey season. I didn't think they'd be up this high though. We're still at over 6,000 feet, so that was cool. So we'll update you later. So here's your interesting fact of the day. The reason why I bumped into that turkey, and I actually did it one more time after I took that video, is that even though turkeys have, they say, about 15 times better eyesight and hearing than humans, when it rains and when it's windy, they can't hear that well, so they rely on their eyes. So I kind of feel like that turkey was getting out of this stuff, that thick stuff, to go onto the trail that's a little more open so they could see, or so it could see. But by doing so, it kind of screwed itself. So lucky for it, it was me and not a coyote. But that's your interesting fact of the day. Turkeys can't hear when it's windy and rainy, so they rely on their eyes. Around us, they're usually going to fields and stuff, but for some reason that turkey found the Appalachian Trail, so that was pretty cool. Nice to actually see something for a change. And we'll talk to you later. Well, we're walking into the clouds here. Hopefully it's not terrible. a lot of wind today. This is the view from Jane Bald. Roan Mountain's over there in the clouds. It is 5,807 feet. This is definitely the coolest shelter location yet. So that's Over Mountain Shelter right there. And there's the view. And there's real grass. Imagine that. Looks like they have a fireplace or something right there. But, it's like 0.2 off the trail. Totally worth it. Really cool spot. Finally getting sunny today. Turned into a nice day. Down to the right is Over Mountain Shelter, where we just were for lunch. Hey guys, I know you probably can't hear me with the wind, but this is the last little section of North Carolina, and it is pretty cool. So we're gonna keep on trucking. Well folks, we made it to Roan Mountain, Tennessee.